another episode of Southern Hang. We got four dudes that are Kentucky bred, actually met each other at U of L. We've known each other for a long time, and fellas and people, we just decided we'd get together and start a podcast and talk about anything that tickles our fancy. Over the past almost year, we've covered down on a lot of music, a lot of movies, some sports. We've had some tremendous interviews. And you guys may not know it, so we've got a YouTube channel that shows videos of our episodes. And you may not know it by looking at us with our lack of hair or our gray hair, glasses, contacts, plastic hips, whatever we got cooking these days. But we are on the cutting edge of being trendy. And in today's world, I don't know what's so funny about that. I'm just stating facts, fellas. In today's day and age, we just hit 2026, and we're seeing some trends, reflecting back on 2016, what was happening about a decade ago and where you were in life. And we thought we'd share a little bit about what we know.
So, Red, I like how you say we're cutting edge. So that's a word that we can use. That we can even use that phrase in 2026.
It's two words, and we're going to use them together to describe us.
Well, that's like saying, "What's a high? That's a hi-fi system." You're like, no, I don't think they've used that since the 80s. So cutting edge, and I think it irritates us or on how old we are. You're not supposed to use that phrase. There's probably something cooler for the kids that are the 2026 doing the 2016.
Well, the kids these days for sure have a different language, and I don't think that's the topic of this episode. Right. We had a quiz in our kitchen the other night, and it was all the cap and skibbity and aura and what does it mean? And they were Riz, they were hip to the get down. I couldn't even find a buzzer to hit. They were answering, I was 4 questions behind.
That's definitely an episode. We talked about that the other day too, but that's definitely an episode I want to have. I want to have each of us with an associated child, and let's just do some, all 8 of us going back and forth. Because my 19-year-old walks in the house, and I'm like, what in the, and he knows that the language coming out of his mouth, that he knows that I'm not going to have a clue what he's talking about. And he'll just rattle off for a while. I'm like, buddy. And he just thinks it's funny as hell to watch me be the old man, looking at him over my reading glasses, what in the absolute hell are you saying to me? So, yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be fun. I think the ladies, some of the significant others last night were talking about a takeover, a female takeover of the Southern Hang Pod.
Yeah, we had a Southern Hang get together minus Sherm last night, trivia night, and so we missed you, Sherm. That would have been fun to have us all together. But we decided we want dudes not involved, and we'll have the wives be on the show and run an episode. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a better episode than what the four of us are doing.
We'll certainly be more intelligent.
That's right. Yeah, the level of intelligence going up.
Yeah. We might have our hand on the pulse of social media and what's going on, but we not quite have our hand on the pulse of history and topics that were categories of the trivia night last night. That was not our night.
No. Tough sledding. It was tough sledding.
Hey, we started off 4th from the bottom, and we worked our way up to 8th from the bottom. So that's an improvement.
Yeah,
that's an improvement.
And there were more than 8 teams.
Yeah, that's right.
We waited too long to make our move. That was clearly our problem.
Yeah, that's right.
We thought we'd give them some rope and reel them back in, and they just kept going.
Hey, but our food game was on point. Our table shareables was legit. So we had that going. But yeah, so 2016, where were you boys at? What was going on in 2016? Were y'all up to stuff, or we knew each other, right? We were associated. I'm sure we went to a baseball game.
Was that year 1 of baseball games?
That was 10 years ago. We've been 15 years. 15 years. Let me see if I can. So for those at home, old man Craig writes in a daily log I've been doing it for 20 some odd years now. So
no cap.
This is I had to go pull my log out and
hey, whoa. Hey, buddy.
Didn't we have a
Family show.
Yeah.
Family
Maybe you had to pull your journal out. Let's not go
Yeah.
pulling. Hey,
Yeah.
sweet
Hey,
Jesus.
My bad. Didn't we have a beep or something previous episodes? Didn't we have a? There was something we did. Yeah, my bad. I pulled my daily journal out, the 2016 Louisville date book, and people make fun of me, but I got to have my purple pen and my date book. Otherwise, here's 2016, and here is, boom. There's the current. There's currently being logged in, and there's back to 2016. So
talk to me here. Purple pen, is that like a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater, or what drove the purple pen?
I have big issues if I do not have my purple pen and I don't have my logbook. It breaks down my daily ability to track shit. I've been purple pen guy now for I'll be 18 years with Roadhouse, and previously to that was about 7. So I'm probably 25 years, and it's got to be the same purple pen. I order them in bulk when that purple pen runs out, so it's got to be the same style.
So tell me, 20 years ago, what prompts one to pick up a journal and a purple pen and say, I need to start putting my thoughts down?
Yeah,
say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, so day one journaling was my first year being an apprentice in the electrical trade, and we had to write down our hours and where we were working and where we were at and who we were working with. So it started off basic, and then like the first 4 or 5 years was just 8 hours at this job site, and then it grew to where I was writing down who I was hanging out with, what we did. It's not like Scott Sandifer has gotten in there a couple times because he makes fun of me. So I'm like, Sandifer was mean to me in my journal today. and so, but typically it's not my deep felt stuff. It's just what I did, where we went to, and all that kind of stuff. So, but then I was on a job site, and a foreman. We used to take as-built. As-built are on architectural drawings, and you'll write notes on it, and we make changes to something. So everybody writes in black and blue. I would do purple, so that I knew it was my notes on what I had changed on these drawings. And so from that day on, I was the purple pen guy, and I stuck with it because that's what was my notes. And since then, I've been purple pen guy.
I thought it might have been like some kind of tie to Prince. Game blouses.
No, unfortunately, it's not.
He's like, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Not that deep.
All right.
All right. Well,
It was a big year, 2016 for me back in the day. Me and Tammy were living with my pops and building the house I live in right now. So that was a big year for us.
no doubt.
Yeah. What about y'all? Where were y'all at 2016? What's going on? I'm still, while y'all are talking, I'm still trying to find out where we went to a baseball game that day.
I found the baseball trip. Sent it to you guys in your text. Neil, you were not with us.
Oh, was he? That was
pre-new guy.
Pre-new guy?
Might be pre-new guy.
What's the date? Do you have the date?
September 6, 2016. Redmond posted it.
September 6th.
And it looks like.
Met
looks like
Sherm.
I cleaned up on the Pass the Cup.
Yeah, met Sherm and Redmond at Drake's. Went to Cincy for Reds game. Mets beat them 5-3. 6th year we have gone to a ball game. Look at there.
Look at that.
So, Neil, we were 6 years before we picked up new guy?
Man,
Well, yeah.
what took so
That
long?
can't be right.
Right?
I mean, I don't remember them, to be honest with you, Neil. They weren't good.
There you go.
I picked up Dixie Chicks tickets that day as well. So picked up Dixie Chicks tickets, and then we all had lunch at Drake's, and then went to the ball game. I don't know who the fourth was.
There's nobody in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Those early years, I don't think we had a fourth. It was some guy you worked with, maybe.
Yeah, Jeff made a couple of them. Didn't Beam make a couple? Or not Beam. Patty, didn't he come in? Or Sanford? Didn't
Patty was working up there one year, and like just by happenstance, I think we met up at the game.
That was one of the years I went, because that was a legendary nice catch.
The legendary catch.
Yeah. Or lack thereof.
Lack of. That's right.
Yes, that was. It says per my notes. It says that was the 6th year. So 2010, we got to go back to our 20. Is that how that works? But yeah. Yep. And pre-new guy.
Pre-new guy. Boy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if we can talk about it like right here in front of his face what we were doing before then.
Do we say good old days when you talk about that?
No, I think it's just the old days.
All right.
The good days are with
leagues.
new guy.
That was the minor
Yeah.
leagues.
2016, I would have purchased a house and gone through the moving process, and having just done that again here 2 months ago, or maybe 3 months ago. Now, what is this? Yeah, 3 months ago. I think I'm at the age where I don't ever want to do that ever again.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, true that.
Moving is no fun.
Or I need to win the lottery. Like, certainly we're past, I referenced early on, we're gray like a hair, glass wearing, broken hip kind of guys. We're past the stage of, hey, I'll get you some pizza and beer if you come over and help me move. I think I'm past the stage of wanting to pack anything up and unpack anything. My next move, I need to win the lottery and just pay somebody to come in and do it all.
I'm adult enough now. I tell people no. I'm like, F you. I ain't moving your fucking shit. You make enough money in your life. Go pay somebody to come get your shit and move it. That is, we're past all that. I'm not.
I know I got a truck, but that doesn't mean I'm helping you move.
That's right. No, sorry. That's where you're wrong, brother. Like,
So now is not the time to tell you guys I'm moving here in a month.
That's
and need
no,
help
we're-
from the three of you.
No, we're excited for your move. We'll come and sit in your front porch, and I'll sit on the front porch, drink beer, and watch your movers move shit around. Be like, oh, that looks like that's
Yeah.
You're 100% right though. We were because we're doing it red here, and we close here in less than a month now, a couple weeks, and it is not. There's parts of it I'm just not looking forward to. So, and the actual boxing up is one thing, but then moving everything is a whole nother. Like it's just actually carrying.
It's my hope for you is that you guys planned ahead and were able to do some purging. I say that like I'm a good purger. Craig and Neil saw me last night at this 90s themed trivia night. I showed up with a pager,
That was awesome.
a Walkman, a whoopee cushion, and a not Coleco, but like a little handheld video game of ice hockey when it was like beep, 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 where like the lights move around. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't purge too well.
Yeah. And I think we learned that those are things that survived the move.
Yes, correct.
So that which means you thought, you know what, this Walkman that hasn't been on in 30 years, I want to keep that. You never
Instead
know.
of,
I might need
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Instead of the 2016 show, we could have done the 1986 show.
Yeah.
And and gone to the Walkman. The Walkman was awesome, and it still functioned. I don't know what tape you had in that thing, but
It was Public Enemy. You can't trust it, but it ate the tape. Yeah, it ate the tape. So it's they both
So you can't
they're both
trust it.
fried.
went to the rainbow, the Sunny Rainbow. What's it called?
Rainbow Kitten Surprise. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah. They both went to the trash bin this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Purgopotamus is continuing to get rid of things.
Well, I'm looking through my journal, and let me just throw out some names for you. 2016, we had Ray Spalding on the University of Louisville basketball team.
Local boy.
We had Quentin Snyder.
Another local boy.
Yeah. What's the big Egyptian? I see. I've got a picture.
Honest Mahmoud.
Yeah, big skinny Egyptian. He was on there. Yeah.
That was when
Apparently
Patino got in trouble. He said that Louisville won a game by like 30 points, and in the post game, they're talking about us running up the score. And he said, "What are you talking about? I had 4 white guys and an Egyptian on the court."
I remember that.
And I know we're Louisville based, but I'm not anti-Kentucky. Apparently, I went to a Kentucky game, and Michael Kidd Gilchrist, I went to see them play Tennessee. So at Rupp Arena, but he's on the cover, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. So.
Tennessee.
Oh, Damian Lee. Damian Lee was on that squad.
Really?
I went to see him play Georgia Tech on March 1st.
So that was a famous year. So that was the year we had Damian Lee came in. That was when like the grad transfers. You couldn't transfer unless you were actually graduate. He came in to help to try and win a national championship, and Louisville took a self-imposed postseason ban in the middle of the year when we were just coming off a win of North Carolina. We're cruising, and it just totally took the wind out of the sails.
Yep.
Boo.
That the ticket stub I have is Quentin Snyder playing at North Carolina in the Yum Center. So
You went to the Kentucky-Tennessee game. So didn't Kentucky and Tennessee just play yesterday?
They just did. Last second. Was that yesterday?
Well, Red, this isn't
won
going to
that game?
post for a week, so you're going to have a couple losses before that post. No.
Ooh, dang. That was like a.
It's been a tough year. I got to take it when I can get it, Neil. I got to take it when I can get it.
They were down 20 some odd points, right? Or 18
Again.
Yeah.
Every game this year.
Yeah. No, I like to see Kentucky win now because it helps our resume.
Yeah,
that was very much the Bull Durham. Can I just enjoy the moment?
Yeah, right.
The moment's over.
That's right.
Oh, that was rough.
Ooh, that same week I saw Kentucky at Tennessee, and then my good friend and friend of the show, Samantha Williams, now Mississippi State coach, called me, and she and I went to Bruce Springsteen. Oh, buddy! So that was amazing. That was at the
Is that the overrated guy we talked about a couple episodes ago?
Bruce.
That part got edited out.
Yeah, shout out Samantha. That was a great concert. She called me and I was like, yeah, I like Bruce, but I never thought about like going to a concert and just, like checking him out. And then I left and I was like blown away. It was like 3 hours of him just amazing, So, yeah, that was a hell of a show.
Yeah, well, speaking of music, like when I think 2016, obviously I'm a big music guy, always talking about music on this pod. So I tried to think back, okay, what music came out in 2016. And so I use old school iTunes to organize all my music in my playlist. It ties into Apple Music. It's all good. But that also tells you the year that music was released. So it's really easy to kind of sort it. Hardly anything. But there was one album that came out that I know my boy Cotton
I already know where you're at.
Is quite a fan of, which would be Sturgill's A Sailor's Guide.
Sailor's Guide.
Yep. And
fucking
one of the best albums all time.
But it's my number one favorite, Sturgill. And then I looked because I thought that was the year you and I went to that show.
I think that was the next year, right?
Well, no, because I found my ticket to Ashland.
Oh, okay.
Which was September 15th, 2016, and we went before that.
Oh, okay.
So we went before that, but I can't find in my logbook.
Did you write it? Did you write that one in blue pen?
Yeah, maybe it's blending in.
But September 15th, 2016 is when I saw Sturgill in Ashland, and that is also the night that I walked down to Fat Patty's afterwards, and a guy pointed out, hey, that young kid right over there is going to be the next big thing. And we're like, who, the little redhead skinny guy is going to be? And they're like, yeah, his name's Tyler Childers. And I'm like, never heard of him. And then the next day we listened to Purgatory on the way home, and we're like, fuck, I could have walked over and said hi to him and met Tyler Childers, and he just blew up. But that was the night I learned about Tyler Childers.
Well, I feel like that whole scene that we spend a lot of time talking about now, to me, there was a moment in 2016 that really triggered that. And that is, so in 2015, Chris Stapleton's debut album came out, Traveler. And that album, I think he played, I don't know, it was like the CMAs or something in 2015, and everybody kind of caught notice where, like, and he was a guy that was like authentic music people can get behind. It wasn't the bro country stuff, but it was actually picked up and celebrated by country music radio. So, like, I think about, I don't know if this is early trending or 2016 or not, but I know that in 2016, it was like this big moment when Stapleton just kind of took over music that year. And he won the Grammy. He won like for best album, best song. He won the CMAs, the Billboard, all the stuff, right? It was the year of Chris Stapleton. And I really do think that his success, not only amongst people that like, critics and people that really dive deep into music and appreciate authentic music, but also pop country picking up. I do think that was the foundation for which people like Sturgill and Tyler Childers can actually have mainstream success. And actually, Jason Isbell won a Grammy that year too for his album something more than free. Coming with my props. So anyway, I that's what I think about 2016, and really that's when I started listening to a lot of this music through people like Stapleton and Isbell.
Mm-hmm. Well, I went and grabbed my 2015 journal.
That's next week's episode.
Right, that was last year's 10-year reflection, but trying to find when we went to that Sturtle. But really fast, I was able to pull up a ticket with Francisco Cordero on Tuesday, August 25th, which is the Fellas and Reds Dodgers 7-10. We went to the ball game, got up there a bit, played past the cup, and Redmond took home the big winning. Reds lost 5-1 to the Dodgers. I don't have any.
Two baseball trips?
Well, that's 2015. That was the 2015. I was trying to find the Sturgill Simpson.
Those were the good days, Neil. Before you got we used to go to baseball games all the time, and then you joined.
And I joined.
Back to
I
once.
guess we got to do it at least once a year.
We can only handle once a year.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
Yeah, but can't find them. Oh well. Yep, but no, I heard that Sturgill when he won the Grammy that year and then played out in front of the Bridgestone Arena.
Yeah, he was busking. Was that the Grammys or was that the Country Awards?
No, well, he won the Grammy. He won Grammy Country Artist of the Year and didn't get invited to the CMAs.
That's what it was.
And so he stood out in front of the CMAs in the Bridgestone with his guitar case open and his Grammy in there and a sign that said, we'll work a starving artist or something like that, and sat out there and played live on Facebook and played his music. And people just kept walking by him like, I don't know who this guy is. It was freaking one of the greatest things of all time.
Yeah. I do like it, too, on the back of his album. It says, to be played at maximum volume. That's the great thing about physical medium. Like buying albums and stuff, you pick up little stuff like that.
Fuck yeah.
Do you guys have a problem?
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's it. I'm stopping right there. Question over.
99 of them.
So we're trying to reflect on what happened 10 years ago. Like if you wanted me to go back and look at the 80s or the 70s, and it was easy for me because the calendar year coincided with my school year, right? So 88 was 8th grade for me, right? 85 was 5th grade. Yeah. So like early on, it was easy to kind of associate years with events. And then obviously high school and college. But I feel like after college, it all just blends in. Like after 2000, I couldn't tell you what happened what year.
Heard.
Is that me, or is that a common thing, or is that just me?
No, you're right. I think of like family events, or concerts, or that helps me reminds me of that year. But like I can't do all of it.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible at that stuff. Sure, go ahead. I cut you off.
No, you're good. I think sometimes, and for this when we were kind of preparing for it, I went back and just started looking at pictures, like just trying to go back and find like what did I do all year, and that's kind of cool. Thing. It's similar to Cotton with his journal or his log.
Hell yeah, my log.
Just go back and like just be able to.
Did you put your log away, Cotton?
Yep.
Stop playing with your log.
Don't show that. We're not. This episode will not have the video version to put on YouTube.
Blurred pixels.
Sure, I'm trying to be all serious. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
But no, there was you guys know this, but I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan. They actually played in Kentucky, in Lexington in 2016. I was at the show. If you would have asked me, Red, where was I in 2016, what shows I saw, any of that stuff, that's not something, and that's huge for me. But I go back and look 10 years later, and it's kind of like, oh, that's when that was. I wouldn't have known. I couldn't have told you what year it was had I not gone back and looked at the pictures. And then you were talking about basketball earlier, and I am a U of L fan, but I'm also a Xavier fan. And 2016 just brings back bad memories because Xavier was a 2 seed. I traveled over to St. Louis. I may have told you all this story before, but traveled to St. Louis to watch them play. Played Wisconsin, and they lost on a last-second shot, which makes for a long drive back home, by the way. That's just a tough way to go out. But that was 2016.
Yeah.
So
I am terrible at timestamp and stuff. Like even older stuff. Like if someone says, think about something that happened 30 years ago, I think about the 70s or 80s. Like I go, wait,
Yeah.
I have no perception.
Yeah. You're like, sir, that was right. That was 45 years ago. Yeah, no doubt. I do the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm also not very good at, I'm not really a details guy, but.
Yeah, well, that's why I think this has gotten good for me. Now I'm so used to writing in my log and my journal, sorry, and we Tammy will ask me, hey, what happened, blah blah blah, and I'll be like, well, hold on a second, and I have to go pull it out, pull out my journal.
Here we go.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Right, and then I can do some details. I did think it was funny. I was flipping through here. One note I found in here was my good buddy Shari that I used to work with. We're still friends, but she was at Roadhouse and now she went on to a different company. But it's a Friday and it says Shari called, needs me to go to her house and help get a kitten out of her dryer vent. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I did that. So I went to her house and they had gotten a brand new kitten that got stuck in the dryer vent. So I spent a Friday helping Shari get a.
Wonder what that cat's up to these days.
I don't know. I shot Shari a text this morning when I was going through.
What other places has that cat ended up?
Right.
Yeah, it's a cat now, I assume.
So Neil, you referenced it earlier, right, about the transfer ability of college athletes, and obviously in today's world, it's just a shit show. But like that, at one point, used to help me. And Sherman, your comment there about Xavier, I can't tell you who was on what team anymore, right? Like I know. Boogie and John Wall were on the same team, but like I've got to go back and actually try to figure out a calendar to understand what year that was.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And growing up, like, you a K fan, right? Hey, Sam Bowie, Charles Hurt, Jim Masters, right? Like, you kind of know the guys as they go, and you had the guys for 4 years. And you guys were talking about 4 white guys and an Egyptian. I couldn't tell you any of the U of L players anymore.
It was a quote. It was a quote. Don't get us in trouble.
True.
But like they're in and out so fast. Like it's tough for me to associate a year with a team anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just an old grumpy guy.
No, that's it. Yeah. Louisville went to NCAA regional game 4, Ohio State versus Louisville. I wonder if I was with Sherman and St. Steve. I wonder if we went to that game together. We were going to a bunch of baseball games with your dad back then.
That's true. Yeah. He still does a lot of that.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I've got. Let's see.
We've actually traveled to Omaha a couple times.
Omaha, June 4th.
Talking about sports. So y'all remember who played the Super Bowl halftime show 2016?
No.
That would be Coldplay. But they invited a couple of guests up on stage, including Cotton's man, Bruno Mars.
Oh, yeah.
And Beyonce was part of the show, too.
Beyonce.
So I don't know. That was Bruno. Then didn't he get his own show at some point after that?
He did. I'm pretty sure
he did.
It was great.
Might have been the next year.
I feel like he did. Have y'all seen the whole deal about how the halftime show came to be?
Nope. Is this a documentary? What is this?
It was in living color, right? They had a halftime show and crushed it. And like the next year, the NFL was like, we're not having this again. So they brought, I think I'm 99.9% sure they brought in Michael Jackson. And like that was the creation of the Super Bowl halftime show that has now become this.
So you left the regular whatever they were doing and went to a different channel and then watched in living color?
That's right.
So they were nervous about people going over.
Yeah,
and
losing
coming
it.
back.
That's good.
That's right. That's right. Got to have the viewership, right? All about the dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah.
But Michael Jackson, I mean, that's just iconic too. It's not obviously not 2016, but just coming out and then just staring and just being silent for like forever.
It was like 2 minutes or something, right?
I mean,
yeah,
it's forever, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because he can.
You just
Or could.
That's how it goes.
I guess.
Yeah.
So here's a random question, and I don't have a good answer for myself. But as we're trying to reflect back on 2016 and apparently everything in between, if you could go back and tell your 2016 self something.
Don't do it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, is there any good advice you would give yourself that would change, that maybe changes the way you behave on something today?
Well, not to be a downer change, but you and I were talking before the show a little bit, but that year is also the year I lost my father. So, making sure I focus more on that or him, before that day happened, June 6th, that would definitely be something I'd want to go back and, figure out how to, hey, so that's definitely a reflection I'd like to go back and do. But that trips me out. I told Tammy that this morning when I was looking through the book. 10 years. That's a fucking trip. That my dad's been gone that long. So that would be something. More music, more travel.
Yep.
It is cool that it's cool in here because I can see that I was at soccer all the time. Both boys were playing soccer full time, so I was running between fields all over the place. And now both my boys are 22 and 19 and not playing ball anymore. So that hurts. That's a different change. I miss those days.
But do you miss the days when you're in them? Like here, I think we talked about this maybe on the fatherhood episode, right? Things that you're in the middle of it, and at the time you're like, sweet Jesus, like, we're running around town, we're going to 15 different games, it's busy, we can't, I'm so confused, I don't know whether to scratch my watch or wind my ass, and then the days are gone, and you're like, hey, I kind of miss it. You know what I mean? So like, is that the advice? Like, even though it seems crazy, like, just embrace it?
Oh yeah, y'all should. You and Sherm definitely need to. I mean, I'm sure y'all already are. Y'all are huge on your kids and going to all that. I know that I know I was in the middle of it, and I'm sure I had my days like, ooh, how are we going to pull this off? Running to multiple fields and all that. And now I don't have all that, so it'd be kind of fun to, have that headache.
I still have a card that's framed and on my desk at work that just says "Cherish Today," and that was sent to me by my mom. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you read that card every day and then say you're?
I do.
Dark.
Yeah, this
dark
is right.
At
They
night,
happen at
the
different
light
times.
turn
But yeah,
they have. That's two different things.
two different times. Yeah, that's right.
I'm starting to think I'm not sure how you have time to get anything done during the day, Neil. I think there's more than two things that you do every day. And then it's like you got 10 minutes to do just random things.
Yeah. And probably speaking hyperbole is that too. Right?
Well, I told you I was going back through the photos 2016, and at the time, my son, he turned 3 in September of 2016, and there's a lot of photos, selfies of me with him sleeping on my chest.
Yeah.
And that to me is one of those that, you talk about like in the moment. There are times where, you try to just calm down and just be. And it's like, you know what I mean? Just like be there with him or whoever you're with, I guess, at the moment. But it is, looking back, this was a helpful reminder of just kind of like, he's not sleeping, he's not taking those naps anymore, nor could I hold him like that. But it's those, it's just that time that, you can still just be and hang out and turn everything off, turn your phone off, put that down, hang out and just chill and do whatever he wants to do. Kind of be there with him.
Yep,
so.
it's the best.
Okay. Make sure you still do the yearly go and grab them and pick them up, because that phrase where they say that there's going to be some day that you're going to pick your child up, and then that's the last day you ever pick them up. So I still go over to my 22-year-old and grab them. I'm like, not
today.
That's true for all of us except for our friend of the show, Brian Bean, who continues to pick up all 3 of his boys.
I know. I love that picture. Looks like July 16th, Forecastle. I can't see who we saw, but might have been Sturgill. Sturgill was at Forecastle. I might have seen Sturgill at that show too. Trying to think of who was there. Alabama Shakes. Trying to think of who we saw that day. But Forecastle, and that's not around, right?
No.
I think they shut it down.
Yeah, and that was a great Bourbon Beyond-esque.
Yeah.
And then they went to all techno or some shit, and then it was like, now.
Well,
what was the other one around the Forecastle time? Wasn't there another one they used to have? Like Forecastle was down there in the waterfront park, right?
Yeah.
And then wasn't there another one they had down River Road, almost to the water tower? Not on the water tower premises. Like the
Reggae
old
Fest.
No.
Well, the original wasn't the original Bourbon and Beyond somewhere else?
Yeah, it was. It was down on the waterfront.
Maybe that was
So
it.
moved to the thing, and it got
flooded
out and all that. Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there was something else though. Oh well. Come back to that at another time. I was working for Roadhouse. I was building roadhouses. Big change from what's going on. But.
So I looked back and said, okay, so I've already talked about the music stuff from 2016. So then I went to TV and said what TV shows were going on back then.
Oh.
And so that was the year Stranger Things debuted.
Oh, wow.
That sucker's already wrapped up. Also, This Is Us. Remember that show? That was the one with Mandy Moore. Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
it's like a heartstring.
I remember.
Shane loved it. It was like a family type show.
I didn't watch it, but I remember it.
It was
if that makes
popular. Yeah. And then The Good Place. That was the year that show debuted. The Good Place. That was with Kristen Bell and Ted Danson.
Oh wow!
Awesome show. Very funny. Is from the creators of. I think it's like from Mike Schur.
For sure.
For sure. Mike Schur, is that the guy that did The Office and Parks and Rec? Am I mixing people up there or not?
I don't know.
Good Place is an awesome show. So if you're looking if you didn't watch it back when it started in 2016,
Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
All right.
It's awesome. It's she wakes up and like The Good Place, as in like she's dead, and so it's the afterlife.
Yeah. I remember that.
Lots of twists and turns and comedy. It's great stuff, man. Highly recommend. And then also other popular shows, Atlanta, which was Donald Glover, also known as Childish Gambino.
I got nothing.
Also known as Lando Calrissian.
Yes, that's right. But Atlanta, that was a very, I don't know if it was popular, but it was on FX, and it was an awesome show. It was very good. Well done.
2016 was also on the movie side, La La Land and Moonlight. I don't know if you all saw that, but they mix it up at the.
That's right. They got it wrong.
Them out and they mix it up, but the movies came out in 2016. So, Jared and I go back and forth on which one was the better movie, and he thought he had won with. He was a big La La Land fan. That was Moonlight.
Which one actually won?
Moonlight
won. Yeah. But La La Land cleaned up, right? Didn't they win about everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Have you all seen? I've not seen La La Land or Moonlight.
I've seen Moonlight. I have not seen La La Land.
Both very good.
Somebody famous turned that role down. There's like a story about that.
Turn La La Land down?
Emma Stone, maybe?
I thought she was in it.
Oh, then somebody else turned it down for her to get it.
She's in it.
Wasn't that her and Ryan Gosling?
It was Gosling.
He was a defensive liability at cornerback, and remember the Titans. I know that much.
He's just getting beat. That's all. He's just getting beat.
He crushed it as a struggling pianist in La La Land. But yeah, maybe that was his calling. He didn't need to be playing football.
Well, that gives me a segue into football. September 1st, Louisville Thursday night played Charlotte, and we beat Charlotte 70-7 with Devontae Fields on the cover of the ticket.
The good old days where we had ticket stubs.
Yeah, see, that's what I miss. I love ticket stubs. Like here, I got that. Here's Chris Stapleton at the waterfront. That's the next one I'm looking at. It's got to have a date on here somewhere, right? Yeah, Friday, September 9th. Went to Stapleton at the waterfront. That was the hottest fucking concert of all time. It was sweltering heat. I remember that being out there, and a jillion people.
Was that like a Waterfront Wednesday, like the free concerts?
No, it was a Stapleton concert down on the waterfront, and they had a big stage, kind of like Floor Castle-esque, and they had I just remember there being limited access to beer stands too, or anything to get drinks. And our one of our girlfriends that was there was like, "Fuck this, I'm not waiting that line." And so she just kept going up, and she was cute, and so she just kept going to the front of the line. She'd talk to some fella, and then get in the front, and then get beers, and then bring them all back to us. And we were like, "Hey, this is good." So, but no, it was just a normal concert down at the waterfront, but Stapleton down there. Good show.
I just want to point out, you have stapled the ticket stub to your log.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just want to
His journal.
Yeah, to
That
my
hurt
log.
your log.
For the view, for the people just listening, it's stapled to his log. I just
Look at this one right here. Look. There's Stapleton.
Knoxville-ish.
There's Stapleton. Next week, boom, Sailor's Guide to Paradise.
There we go.
Man,
The Sailor's Guide to Earth. Sorry,
Yes.
in Ashland. In Ashland.
It was paradise, though, right?
Yeah. Ooh, Louisville versus Florida State with James Quick on the front.
I do like the journal.
We beat them 63-20.
the journal with tickets.
But I've got all my tickets like in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I've got the bar top that when we built this house, I've got the bar top that I put historical tickets all over, and then I did the epoxy pour on it, and then now I have just a drawer. But you don't. I got 85 wristbands from Bourbon and Beyond and Railbird, all these wristbands, but no tickets because it's all a stupid QR code now. You can't have a cool ticket no more.
Well, most of the bracelets don't have a year on it or a date. It's
No.
just the name or whatever the thing is too, which is frustrating.
Yeah,
name
I
the
miss
festival.
tickets.
Bring back the ticket stub. You're talking about that Florida State game. That was the Lamar Jackson coming out party. That was college game day was there, and Louisville just took it to him.
Whatever happened to that guy? Did he ever become anything?
Yeah, I think I heard he's just a receiver.
Rained early, but cleared up late. Says beat down number 2 team in the nation, 63-20, Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
James Quick, the guy that got caught from behind at Clemson.
Ran out of bounds.
The first year we were going to beat,
The Clemson guy moved the orange first down marker on the sideline. Controversy. Clemson.
That was,
Cheaters.
I was at that game.
Well, what else we got, Craig? You got anything else there in your book? As we do a little reminiscent.
We're at soccer tournaments. I'm in a bunch. Every week I'm at a soccer tournament.
Where are you? Are you in December or are you still in February?
October.
What are we dealing with here?
I'm in October. You just pick a date. Pick a date anytime in the year of 2016. Pick a date.
September 24th, I'm going to tell you where I was. I was officiating a wedding. My friends Jonathan and Carrie.
I was at a wedding too.
I officiated a wedding, so first time officiating. I've done it twice now, but the other time was during COVID, which was a completely different scenario.
Oh no!
But just
I've only done that
deal.
once, Sherman, and I wonder how that guy's doing.
I could tell you what year that was too.
I'm still picking cicadas out of my pockets.
It's too soon. It's too soon.
So for our listeners at home, do you guys want to explain that? And Pastor Neil, who did you?
I had the pleasure and honor of being asked to officiate my boy Sherm and Kate's wedding.
Yep, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was more than 10 years ago. It was 2008.
Yeah,
but there were some
at
cicadas.
in the grounds of the governor's mansion.
That's true. Frankfurt.
And then over to Buffalo Trace, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a good day. It was a good day.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
I still have my notes from that, Sherm.
But cicadas.
I still
cicadas
have
were everywhere,
the
buddy.
little notepad that I wrote out and everything. I got it all right here.
And Shane was pregnant with
Lance.
With Lance.
Yep.
Yeah, because Tammy's leaving. We're riding in the limo over to the reception, and Tammy is driving my old Silverado. Shane is in the passenger seat, and they have a cicada in the car, and they talk about that. And they freak out, and they pull to the side of the road, and Shane's got to get out, and she's got a pencil. Tammy can't do it. Shane's got a pencil, and she's trying to get this cicada knocked out of the car while they're on the side of the freeway driving over to the reception because there was a cicada in the truck. They're both freaking out. So,
Because a pencil will be more effective than just using your hand.
Shane saved the day. Shane saved the day. That was the key takeaway.
Sometimes it's best not to question, Neil.
This is true.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
Learn from 2016.
That's right.
Or
That's right.
The year that happened. Yeah. Oh, 08.
Well, Craig, what were you doing? What were you doing on December 31st, 2016?
December 31st, New Year's Eve. Went to breakfast at Wild Eggs for Mimi's birthday. That's Tammy's mom.
Any appetizers? Any breakfast appetizers?
No,
I didn't
no
write
way.
down. Back to the
chance.
house. Watch U of L suck in bowl game and look good in b-ball games. Buddies came over and we brought in the New Year. Oh, at our new house. This is the first New Year's in this house. So buddies came over and we celebrated in the house. But apparently we sucked in a bowl game and then we looked good in basketball.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, Craig wrapped up 2016 by shitty bowls, good basketball, ringing in the new year in his new casa.
Showing my log.
That's right.
Red, I know you're getting ready to shut her down. Should we do a jam of the week?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. It's so new. I forgot. What you got?
Well, I referenced earlier the show Atlanta, and I mentioned Donald Glover and Childish Gambino, and y'all looked at me like I had three heads. Y'all got to know Childish Gambino. Do y'all know that story?
Yeah,
I told you I know Lando Calrissian.
Yeah.
I'm hip. He was in Marston too, right? He was doing the stapler.
Yeah. So he got his start as a writer on 30 Rock, and then he was in Community. But then he plugged his name, Donald Glover, into the Wu-Tang name generator, famously. And that name generator kicked out Childish Gambino. And so he put out a couple of hip-hop records. And then in 2016, put out a jam. The song is called Redbone. Y'all know that song?
That's a good one.
It bops. It bops. Yeah. It's a great song. So we'll throw that in the playlist as a.
See the word bop. The word bop goes with more hip hop.
That's right.
And then jam is more rock. See, you might be able to have a bop on it with rock. Or bop is more associated with hip hop.
So. It's a good thing I was looking at the screen. I might have broken my neck when you said bop. Like, I was on it. I heard it immediately.
Bops.
Yeah. So that one.
That bops.
Tell me again the name. What's the name? Redbone?
Redbone. It is
Redbone.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Childish Gambino.
That's right.
Circa 2016.
That's right.
Jamming on the one.
Mm-hmm.
2016.
All right, go ahead. Take us home, man.
All right. Well, listener, thanks for listening to us here for a little bit as we reminisced, hanging out with our boy Sherm, Wilding, Craig's log.
Mm-hmm.
As he's got a bunch of staples in it.
I got to put my log up.
Yep. I have to go get you to the doctor and see what happens.
I'm going to go file this thing back in the drawer. Yep.
All right. Until next time. Peace out like sauerkraut.
Yes, sir. Good talking to y'all, people. See y'all in 2017. Yeah.
Sure.